everyone, and welcome to this week's Comic Shop Adventure. I am the Athletic Geek, and this is my weekly excursion when I leave the homestead here at Athletic Geek HQ to go in search of a bounty of comic books, collectibles, and all things geeky at my local comic shop. But first, time to talk about what stood out last week. And this will be a change for the Comic Shop Adventure because what stood out from last week will not be something that I enjoyed. I try to be positive as best as I possibly can on these videos, but I didn't enjoy the conclusion to the wedding arc in Batman. Spoiler warning: you have spoilers. Batman and Catwoman do not get married. That really disappoints me. I mean, there's been story arcs in Batman's past to where you really think they're going to change the status quo. Death of the Family comes to mind, where you think they're really going to kill off somebody important in Batman's life, and then they don't. But I still feel like that was still executed in a way that was tasteful. I'm getting a little tired with the wedding bait and switches. At least over in the X-Men world, they threw the fans a bone with Rogue and Gambit getting married, despite Kitty and Colossus, their wedding that we were promised not going forward. This to me just felt like a complete bait and switch, and I've loved King's run on Batman so far, which is what disappoints me even more about all of this. They were really building to the Batman-Catwoman wedding in a tasteful way, and in a way that would be able to continue both characters in a good way, and add more layers, add more depth, and not disrespect what makes both Batman and Catwoman good. At least that's how I felt the storyline was going with Batman and Catwoman's wedding, and instead they just went with a cliche, oh, you can't be Mary, you gotta be Batman, and then it just stops, and it's played out, it's cliched. It was anticlimactic. It was not good, and it hurts me to say that because it's been such a great run, and he has been such a great Batman writer, but it was not good, and I did not care for it. So I hate to start the video off on a negative note, but sometimes what stands out is not a positive thing. On the flip side, to not be completely negative here in this open, I really enjoyed the Deadpool issue from last week and the Avengers issue. They're both very, very solid, very, very good, about what you'd expect. But unfortunately, what hung around, as much as I try to be positive and talk about the good things in comics, wrestling, what have you, with my videos, and especially comics here on the Comic Shop Adventures, that was not, just was not, it was bad. It was bad, it was anticlimactic. I'm hoping at least writing-wise, we can get some good Batman stories afterwards, but God, that's a downer. But hopefully the bounty will be good, and we'll have some fun things to talk about when I get back here at the homestead. But until then, I will go see what the collection is for this week. Hello, everyone. I am finally back here at the homestead at Athletic Geek HQ. Whew, it was a long day, and it is quite a large bounty, so we ain't going to waste any more time. We're going to get started with the pull list. Starting on the Marvel side of things, Daredevil number 605. I like Daredevil, and even though Soul's run has not been as strong as Mark Waid's run, unless things just take a really, really horrific turn with this character, I'm going to keep reading Daredevil, so that's just it for right there. And then Old Man Logan, number 43, and they're putting Bullseye in a story with the Old Man Logan character, and for every bit as much as Craven helped the character and helped the book kind of maybe get some new life, pumped into it, maybe Bullseye can do the exact same thing for this book too. I really enjoyed the Craven storyline, and I'm a Bullseye fan, so Old Man Logan number 43, maybe this is what that character needed. Yes, you are kind of borrowing from other heroes, and some would say that's a cheap way of doing things, but again, I think it's good. I think it might be a good thing. The Craven storyline worked well. Let's see how Bullseye goes. That story arc saved this book from getting taken off my pull list, so maybe they'll keep the momentum going. Going to the DC side of things now. The Flash number 50, the conclusion of the Flash War story. Enough said. To quote Stan Lee, enough said. I've been praising this book forever, been praising the storyline since the beginning of the Comic Shop Adventures, and now it's finally coming to a head, and we are going to see, hopefully, this big storyline pays off better than the Batman storyline, and this book is better than Batman issue 50, but yeah, really looking forward to reading this one. We go from The Flash to Hawkman number 2. I really enjoyed the the Venditti number 1 on Hawkman, and decided to add to my pull list, and we'll see if the momentum keeps going. I've never really been a huge... I never disliked Hawkman, but I just kind of always thought he was just kind of whatever character, but number 1 was a really good book, and if you keep writing good books with good characters and good stories, I keep reading, and we'll see if they continue. So, Hawkman number 2. We have Superman number 1 by Brian Michael Bendis. Yes, it is actually an ongoing Superman book that is now number 1, not the 6-week-long miniseries, The Man of Steel. But spurning out of that, Bendis is going to keep writing Superman and Action Comics. He's basically taking over the entire Superman family. And while The Man of Steel was probably not what everybody thought it would be, Bendis still had a good voice for this character, and I still think he can do a good job. Don't get me wrong, I'm still very much aware that the ball could get dropped, very much so, with this, but while he didn't hit a home run with the Man of Steel storyline, he still got a hit, and, I feel like he writes at least Superman. He has Superman's voice down. The other DC heroes, maybe not so much, but Superman, Bendis does well, and yep, I'm going to keep reading it. So, that next book here is Titans number 23, and yeah, it looks like a new story arc's beginning there, so hopefully it'll be good. I really enjoyed I've always enjoyed the concept behind this team and the characters and how they interact, and we're going to see how this new story arc, goes. It looks like they're adding Beast Boy to the mix, so that's going to be pretty exciting. So, yeah. Titans number 23. We now go to Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, number 48. And as the Last Charge Part 1, there's all the people that the Green Lantern Corps have been going up against, Zod and the Dark Stars, and the New Gods, everything that's been kind of with this book, the people that they've been interacting with since the onset of this book. It's all coming to a head now as part of the Last Charge story arc, and this book is going to be wrapping up in the next couple months, so hopefully a book like this can go out with a bang and not a whimper, and this is the beginning of that last story arc, so hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's the ending that a book like this deserves. I'm disappointed that it's ending. I don't believe it's ending because of any sales. There's just it's time to... They're going to go in a different direction with the Green Lantern Corps and going to merge them all into one book. So, we'll see where it goes from there. But it's the last story arc to Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, and I hope it's good. It starts here in number 48. And the last comic book of the day of this here pull list is Detective Comics number 984. Karma comes, and you got Black Lightning, and Karma comes to Gotham. We're going to see. Unfortunately, Detective has not been the book it once was under the previous writing staff. It hasn't been bad by any stretch of the imagination, but You know, it isn't the book that I would that I was previously hyping up a bunch. So we're going to see where Detective goes from there. I'm not going to say it's on the bubble, but it's definitely not as secure, like where it's 100% secure as it was under the last writing staff. So, yeah, Detective Comics number 984, and let's see where it goes from there. It's not bad. It's just not one of my top. It's not consistently one of my top books anymore. So, it is what it is. Sometimes that just happens, but I'm still reading it. Now it is time for something I haven't had in a couple weeks, collectibles. And I did not do this on purpose, despite the fact, you know, I'm not getting the Old Man Logan villains from other heroes. I did not do this on purpose, but they had some pretty cool of these little lead statues for sale. This one didn't come with a box, but I got a little bullseye right here. You know, there's $5 and look kind of cool with the rest of my villain figures and statues, and like some of the other collectibles I buy, it comes with this cool little magazine about Bullseye. And then I also, and again, I swear this was not intentional, I found a nice little Kraven the Hunter. Let me get it out of the box here, possibly. It's got tape on it. There we go. If the tape would cooperate with me. There you go. I got this cool little Kraven the Hunter. Little mini statue, and then much like the Bullseye and a lot of the other collectibles I've been getting, neat little magazine about the history of Kraven the Hunter. So, you know, so some neat stuff. Two neat little villain statuettes to go with the other villain memorabilia that I have, and then also something else that I haven't gotten in quite some time. Marvel Legends figure. Found this really cool Hope Van Dyne Wasp MCU figure. Looks really cool. Looks like a good figure. And yeah, definitely going to add this to my collection. It'll look really great next to the Paul Rudd Ant-Man that I already have. And yeah, just pretty cool. Got a really nice bounty of comics and nice bounty of collectibles this week. What did you pick up from your local comic shop this week? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and like to watch more, please subscribe. And if you did enjoy it and would like others to check it out, please give it a share and give it a like. If you like more content, not just from the world of comic books, but from the world of gaming, pro wrestling, and anime, please visit the Facebook page at facebook.com/athleticgeek89. But until next week, I'm out. Later.